Whoops. That's what you do when you clean off your camera. Hey, it is, it's Thursday night, and I'm in Salt Lake City, so this is Daily Dose of Salt Lake City. And here's what I have to share with you today. Today is a selfish, self-promoting Daily Dose of Salt. Because I met a bunch of people today that had never heard of or read either one of my books. And so I thought, wow, Richard Brooke, you are a poor promoter of your own works of art. So this Daily Dose of Salt is going to be very brief, but it's going to be dedicated to two books. Here's the first one. If you have read it, you may not recognize the cover because it changes occasionally every time we do it. If you've read it, would you give me a comment in the comments about, like, how many stars would you give it? 5 stars is the max. And why would you give it 5 stars? How many stars would you give it, and why would you give it 5 stars? Like, what's your testimonial on the 4-year career? Now, if you don't know what the 4-year career is, you could type that in the comments. Never heard of it, never read it, not sure what it is, etc. What is the 4-year career? It is a book about the model and the history of network marketing. And I know most of you are involved in network marketing, but a lot of you are not involved in network marketing. So why would you want to read a book about it? Well, here's why you might. First of all, it'll take you an hour to read it. Really easy to read. Second of all, it might educate you about something that historically is seen and known in our culture as something broke people do, something desperate people do, something that's maybe a little bit immoral or sketchy or maybe even illegal, or it's a pyramid scheme. And if you read my book about the history of network marketing and the metrics of network marketing, like how big of a profession it is and who are some of the people that are involved in it and how successful it is and how it actually works, well, you may not get involved. You may not even be interested in getting involved, but you may carry then throughout your life a different opinion of the business model. So it'd be kind of like if you didn't know much about franchising, maybe you'd like to know something about franchising. Network marketing is a really interesting model, for me anyway, because it allows anybody who loves a particular product to build a network of customers that circle the globe and can number in the hundreds, the thousands, the tens of thousands. I personally know a few people that have, I know 2 people that have 1 million people on their team. And my next door neighbor in Lanai probably has 2 or 3 or 4 million people on his team. Not next door, but he lives about a mile away. And you know, what's the advantage of having that many customers around the globe on your team in network marketing? Well, you build something once, it takes you 4, 5, 6 years to build it, 7 years to build it maybe. And if you build it in the right company, companies that have really great products, you get paid forever. I have coaching clients in Shackley that are 3rd generation. Their grandparents built the income. Their parents inherited it, lived off of it. They passed away. The grandkids own it. And it has that kind of generational wealth benefit. Now, you can also make like $300 or $400 or $500 a month, or you can make a lot more. And disclaimer, almost everybody who tries to be successful at it fails. Why? They don't get coached properly. They don't work it properly. It's like anything else, right? 95% of restaurants fail. Well, 95% of people that try network marketing fail. So if you've read the book and you can give me some stars and a comment on it, I would greatly appreciate that. If you haven't read the book, well, I would encourage you to read it, order it. Just order it off Amazon. It's like $12. And if you have ordered it from Amazon, if you know you've ordered it from Amazon, then you would be a verified customer and you could go on Amazon and give me a review, which would be awesome for me, not for you, you would feel better contributing to me. So that's the benefit to you. I get most of the benefit. Second book. If you have read this book, rate it and tell me what it did for you, if anything. And if you read it on Amazon, you could go to Amazon and give me a review. And if you haven't read it, and I inspire you to write it in the next 2 minutes, read it in the next 2 minutes, then you could go to Amazon and buy it. And it's $15, I think. So $25, yes, I know. I don't get most of that. Amazon gets most of that, but hey, it's the simplest way to get books out there. So what's Mach 2 all about? And yes, I wrote it a couple years after Top Gun, and I got the line from Goose in Top Gun, Mach 2 with your hair on fire. And what's it all about? It's about the art and science of creating the motivation, the internal motivation, the internal energy that causes us to act on our goals and attract who and what we need to achieve our goals. It's like the art of manifestation. If you've ever read or watched The Secret, it's in that domain. I wrote the book in 1995, and well, here's some people that endorsed the book, which might surprise you. Harvey Mackay, which some of you may have known, like he wrote Swim with the Sharks and a lot of. He wrote, "I just read your book, Mach 2. It's a masterpiece, head and shoulders above the rest of the motivational books I've read." Harvey Mackay said that about my book. Les Brown, he loves Mach 2. Bob Proctor, which many of you know, if you're committed to extraordinary success, Mach 2 is a must-have for your personal library, blah, blah, blah. Dennis Waitley, Brian Tracy, Mark Victor Hansen, Darren Hardy, Scott DeGarmo, who used to be the publisher of, editor of Success Magazine years ago, John Elway, NFL Hall of Fame. You know who John Elway is, maybe if you know football. If you're old enough, you might know Gale Sayers from the Chicago Bears. That's what Gale Sayers had to say. I can sincerely say that Richard Brooke has changed my way of thinking more than anyone, and I'll always be grateful to Richard for making me a better person. That's Gale Sayers. That's circa, long time ago. And I did work with Gale for about a year. Adam Deadmarsh, who is a Stanley Cup winner, Dan Quayle, Potato, Vice President of the United States, and a lot of other people sing high praises for this book to coach them how to create the energies, the conversations, the stories that give us a green light to do the work that we need to do, and also to attract to us the people and the resources that we need to accomplish our goals. So if you have goals, if you have things that you want to accomplish, and you find yourself not being able to get out of your own way, sabotaging yourself, or starting and stopping, or never actually getting started, or operating at a really low level, Mach 2 and the exercises in it, it's not just a book, it's kind of a workbook, can change your life. And it's also available on Amazon. And if you've read Mach 2, give me some stars and tell me what you think about it. If you haven't read it, consider ordering it on Amazon. And that's all I have to say about any of that. Thank you for enduring my shameless self-promotion daily dose of Salt Lake City. Let me know where you're from. Let me know if you're watching a replay. Tag somebody, share it. I'll see you tomorrow.